Emergencies don't wait, and in detailing, some problems can sit around either. A bad stain, chemical fallout, water spots, paint transfer, leave them for too long and the damage gets worse. That's why I'll always keep these products on hand. They are my go-to emergency kit, tested, trusted, and ready to fix real problem real fast. Whether you are a weekend warrior or a pro in the shop, these are the tools that'll save the day when things go wrong. Let's break down the 10 emergency products every detailer should have starting now. Product number 1. When facing an issue, unexpected contaminant, the first product that you should reach for is a paint prep, a mix of alcohol and water at 50-50, or use a paint prep. The one that I really like to use is the Geon paint prep. It's proven, it works, it's safe, you can let it sit. There's no problem with this product. The Geon paint prep is the one I trust. Emergency product number 2. In various type of situation, this product is gonna be really helpful. If you have dried up water on the paint, light water spots, nasty door jams, any type of minerals left over, if you're unsure about maybe some potential water spots, if you wanna do quick touch-ups after a detail, drip lines, anything that came off from the car, dried off on the paint. Another good product to use is one of my favorite from this year, Chemi FSC. Very, very good, has a lime scale remover. This is an acidic quick detailer, so it's also safe on your paint. Just don't use this product on the inside of the car. So amazing product, super slick. Anything that comes up last minute, always grab your Chemi FSC. It's a 1 liter bottle, kind of pricey, but really love this product for this year. Now that we have the light stuff out of the way, let's jump into the nitty-gritty of the emergency type of situation. By the way, my friends, if you have any question, any comments, I'm always here for you. The only thing that I ask in return is that you subscribe to the channel. And with that being said, let's jump right back into the video. Recently, I've worked with what I believe to be the worst BMW I've ever seen in terms of contaminant. Something that I really needed in that situation. The clay towel would not work to remove those bounded contaminants. So when nothing else works, I highly recommend that you pick up a coarse type of clay bar. There's a few options on the market. I like to use the one from Geon, super effective. Keep in mind you'll have to polish afterwards, especially if the paint is black. There's no way around it. These are gonna mar the paint, they're gonna leave traces behind. But when you have rust overspray, tar from the roads, the construction sites, you'll need something that has some bite, that is abrasive, and this is where the coarse clay bar comes in. My friends, I'll have the links for every product and tools mentioned in this video. Don't forget to use the code Dogma at checkout to save you some money, and thanks for your support. Category of product number 4. When something does not come off with the wash, with an APC, it does not come off with a paint prep, you cannot clay it off, it means that you have something that is really bounded there, so you'll need a solvent, something though that is safe for your paint. So my first reflex when I'm seeing something that is really bonded with the paint is to grab a microfiber towel and Citral 266. In my experience, Citral 266 is safe on any paint. The paint, the clear coat, is solvent resistant, so you don't have to be afraid. Just use common sense. Once you're done with this, you'll want to clean off the section or the area with a paint prep. You can do a rinseless, use your wash mitt. Just make sure to wipe off any residue that could be left behind. But in my experience, Citral 266 has been a very successful product for me. It can remove all kinds of contaminants, such as overspray at the body shop, overspray from someone who was painting or spraying paint on a fence, for example. It's really good at removing adhesive behind badges when debadging cars. It's excellent at removing tar stuck in your wheelbarrow, asphalt, anything that is stuck on the paint. Always try the Citral 266. Very great for emergencies. Always make sure to have this in my cabinet at all times. If you have a ceramic coating, you want to be careful, you want to be maybe gentler on it. I recommend that you use CarPro Tarex. It's also a great alternative for Citral 266. These are citrus-based heavy degreasers. Another great situation to use Tarex is when you have done your decontamination process with your clay towel and your iron remover, and then you still feel some grittiness, the sandpaper effect on the paint. It probably means that you have something that is tar based, something from the tires. It could be nasty tire shine, that could be tar bits coming off from aggressive driving. Always try CarPro Tar X, great emergency problem solving type of product. These solvents are safe on paint. Don't let them sit on rubbers. Don't let them sit on plastic. Keep in mind, work in the shade and don't work on hot panels, all right? Lastly, when these solvents don't work, I like to have some paint thinner on hand. Also a great alternative, safe on paint. The same precautions should be followed, but other than that, paint thinner is what the body shop use all the time. They buy this by the 25 gallons. It just works and works. Just use glove, and this thing is a workhorse on any type of contaminant. If you have road paint, whether it's yellow or white, this thing works like a champ. Also keep in mind, if you are going to rub these solvents in the paint, you might have to polish afterwards. You're probably most likely going to mar the paint as hell with these products. So keep that in mind, but sometimes it is what it is. So everyone has his favorite product to clean off porous plastic. For me, this is Adam's Tire and Rubber Cleaner. It's super harsh, it's super powerful. Use gloves, use common sense. But when you have, like I said, porous plastic that is stained with either compound, that could be engine bait type of plastic that are really grimy and they're not cleaning off with your regular APC, this thing is gonna take care of it. Use a good toothbrush style, let it dwell. Keep in mind, all of these products that I mentioned, like the solvents, they like the dwell times. So let them dwell as long as you can. This is going to be a trial and error type of situation. It's always a good rule of thumb to start from the weak stuff, going up in aggressiveness and using your solvents towards the end. To finish off with Adam's Tire and Rubber Cleaner, great for oxidized plastics. I like to use it also on rubber seals. Now that we have solutions for anything that is on the paint, let's talk about stains, demarcation, light scuff, light scratches. So for these, you'll need to polish the paint. To remove any type of stains, drip lines, maybe you have bug guts, bird poo, and for this, I always recommend to use a machine. So for this one, I'd recommend as a really nice, affordable budget option is to buy the ShineMate. When it comes to the budget polishers, the one that I found to be the best over the years for the money is always ShineMate. So you guys know I use Rupes and Flex tools, but it's not in everyone's budget. Not everyone are gonna use those tools on a regular basis. If you need polishing once in a while, I highly recommend that you check out the ShineMate polishers. For most cases, the ShineMate polisher, the 620 is more powerful than a Rupes. Doesn't stall as much, cuts defect, stains, bug guts, bird poo stains really hard. I highly recommend that you invest into a polisher. This is where the fun is at, in my opinion. But for this, you'll need a few pads. Let's say you have a bird poo stains. Those are really tough to remove, as well as water spots. They can be etched in the paint somewhat deep. So for this, you're gonna wanna maybe grab some microfiber pads. I have the ShineMate version, I have the Lake Country version. Right now, I'm just suggesting the griots. I'll have the links for those. If you have any type of stains, I recommend that you start with your orange. If that doesn't work, step up to the microfiber pad and make sure to finish with this one, making sure you have the best clarity. And you'll need also a compound, one-step type of polish. So for this situation right now, I really enjoy PNS Rehab and the Menzerna Cut Force Pro. Two great products. I'll have the links for these. They work very well to cut and finish. They are really reliable when it comes to polishing and removing stains. Product and problem number 8. When dealing with nasty wheels, stained wheels, water spots, unannounced disgusting matte or satin finish on the wheels, I always like to recommend wheel acid. In this instance, I have Meguiar's wheel brightener. This product is discontinued, so I'll have an alternative in the description below. But in general, wheel acid is probably the best product to deal with nasty water spots, any inorganic stuff that baked in the sun, that baked on your wheels, or when dealing with neglected wheels with heavy brake dust. If you're working in the shade, inside on cool panel, you can use this on the paint. You can dilute this product as well. So don't let it sit for too long. Rinse it off really good. It's an emergency type of product, so use it accordingly. In some cases, water spots are going to be too deep into the clear coat. At this point, pretty much nothing works. You can even try to sand them if you want. The problem is not the detailer, the problem is that those water spots were left unattended for way too long, all right? So product number 9 is Geon Total Remover. Also great to remove inorganic water spots on matte paint. This is maybe a safer alternative. Keep in mind this product is acidic. Another purpose for Geon Total Remover is to remove protection products such as your quick detailer, your sealant, your ceramic sprays, even works on some ceramic coating. Great product to have if you're the style of person that likes to switch from sealant to sealant. I know some of you guys do that. This product will remove your sealant really fast, really effective way, and like I said, still very safe. Product number 10. Now, if you have any stone chips, scratches through the base coat, I highly recommend that you check out Jenny Color. This is my favorite type of paint when it comes to touch-up. You can get the sanding pen here. The gray pen is to sand. This is a great alternative to other systems that are on the market. For me, this is what I use. You can order your paint color, get it shipped to your door in Canada and the US. Very affordable. And the tip of this touch-up paint is the best I've seen. So here's the point, or the tip here is the finest point that I've ever seen. Works great. I've been using those for years, so I'll have the link down below. It's pretty simple. You enter your paint code on their website, order that stuff. It's actually a mix of clear coat and base coat. So when the paint dries after your touch-up, your clear coat is going to rise at the top, making for the best touch-up possible. Now, when it comes to detailing boats or white beige car interior, you might want to have some magic eraser on hand. They can be life-saving in some situations. I recommend the magic eraser only on their very last resort because they can be very dangerous. They can change the look of your trim. I've used the magic eraser on a very few occasions in the past. They can work on beat up and scratched up interior plastic sometimes. And please guys, don't use them on leather. If you cannot clean leather, don't use a magic eraser on this. Finally, the magic eraser is good to have to save your butt sometimes, but if you cannot remove a stain with normal tools and products, you might want to leave the magic eraser in the cabinet when the problem was not caused by you. Product number 12, let's get back into plastic trims. Those around the fenders, on the B-pillar. These can get really nasty, especially on cheap type of plastic. What comes to mind is the Subarus, the Hondas, those B-pillar where people close the door all the time. Sometimes you'll see fingerprints, you'll see greasiness, and the finish is going to be uneven. So what you can try is to polish them off with your polishing machine. Yes, you can actually polish them. So when nothing works and I want an even finish on those plastic trims, I like to use the Trim Restoration Cubes by Lithium Car Care. So in this package, you're getting 4 cubes and the prep spray. Keep in mind, 1 cube can really be stretched out. You can really restore a lot of trims with a package like this. This is gonna penetrate deep into the plastic, make it as black as possible without any shine, without the greasiness of some other products. So great, lovely product, looks really OEM, love it, and is also very durable. Now, if you are already polishing cars, you are in the what I call the intermediate phase. At some point, you might face some sticky paint. What happens in this situation is that you're not going to be able to wipe off the polish. That's going to be really grabby. Your towel is going to roll over itself. Even worse, on the Ford Mach-E that I did recently, the typical compound would just dry off and disappear and would stain in some fashion the clear coat when looking at it the right way. So my solution when it comes to sticky paint or paints that reacts in a bad way with the solvents from your compound is to use the DIY Detail Gold Standard. In the end, what saved me with this car and saved my whole day was the DIY Detail Gold Standard. Great polish for any type of paint and was actually a problem solver for me. And with that said, my friends, don't forget to check out the link down below. Use the coupon code Dogma, click on the subscribe button and watch my top 10 video for the summer right here.